welcome, and thank you for allowing me to spend a little time with you tonight. As the gentle sound of the rain settles around you, allow yourself to become comfortable in whatever way feels most natural. There is no need to rush into relaxation. There is no need to make anything happen. For now, simply let this quiet moment begin exactly as it is. The day has already asked enough of you. It may have asked you to think, to decide, to explain, to remember, to carry worries, or to hold yourself together in ways that nobody else could see. And perhaps, even now, some part of your mind still feels as though it needs to stay alert, checking for problems, searching for answers, making sure nothing has been missed. But tonight, you do not have to keep doing that. This time has been set aside for rest. You are here now. The day is behind you. The rain is continuing softly in the background. And for the next little while, there is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to prove, and nothing more you need to solve before you are allowed to rest. Without trying to change your breathing, simply notice that it is already happening for you. Every gentle breath arrives in its own time. Every easy breath leaves when it is ready. Your body knows this rhythm. It has carried you through every moment of today, and now it can begin to use that same quiet rhythm to guide you back towards comfort. There is something deeply reassuring about rain at night. It does not hurry. It does not ask anything from you. It simply continues, softly and steadily, creating a gentle sound around you that can help the rest of the world feel a little further away. And as you listen, you may begin to notice that you do not have to hold yourself so tightly anymore. The muscles around your forehead can soften. The space around your eyes can become a little quieter. Your jaw can loosen. Your shoulders can begin to drop away from the weight of the day. There is no need to force any of this. Comfort does not need to be chased. It can arrive slowly, quietly, and naturally, one peaceful moment at a time. Perhaps tonight, the most important thing you need to hear is very simple. You are safe enough to rest. You do not need to be perfectly calm before sleep can come. You do not need to empty your mind. You do not need to fix every thought that passes through. You only need to allow this moment to be a little softer than the one before. As the rain continues outside, imagine that every gentle drop is helping to quiet the edges of the day. The conversations, the worries, the unfinished thoughts, the things you wish had gone differently, and the things waiting for tomorrow can all begin to move further into the background. They do not need your attention tonight. If something truly matters, it can wait. If something needs your care, it can be met another time. Right now, your only task is to rest here, breathing naturally, listening quietly, and allowing yourself to feel supported by the stillness of the night. So let the rain continue. Let your body become a little heavier. Let your mind become a little less interested in everything it has been carrying. And allow yourself to settle into the peaceful understanding that for this moment, nothing more is required of you. You are here. You are safe enough. And you are allowed to rest. As you continue resting here, listening to the gentle rhythm of the rain, you may begin to notice that something within you is becoming quieter all by itself. There is no effort in it, no decision you need to make. The peaceful sound around you simply creates a little more space between you and the thoughts that have been asking for your attention all day. The mind has a habit of believing it must always stay awake a little longer. Just one more thought, just one more problem to solve, just one more conversation to replay. It often does these things with the very best intentions, quietly trying to protect you, quietly trying to prepare you for tomorrow. But tonight, perhaps it can begin to realize that there is nothing left to guard. You are indoors. You are warm. You are resting. And the rain continues its gentle journey beyond your window, asking nothing from you except permission to become part of the peaceful background of this evening. Imagine yourself sitting comfortably beside a large window as darkness settles gently across the landscape outside. Tiny drops of rain gather upon the glass before slowly finding their own path downwards, each one moving at its own unhurried pace. Beyond the window, the world feels soft and distant. The trees sway only slightly in the evening breeze. The lights far away glow quietly through the rain, appearing gentle and blurred, as though the whole world has decided to whisper instead of speak. Inside, everything feels different. The air is warm. The room is calm. There is a comforting stillness that seems to wrap itself gently around you, allowing every breath to become a little slower than the last. Nothing outside needs your attention. Nothing beyond these walls asks anything more from you tonight. This quiet space belongs entirely to rest. As you continue listening, notice how naturally your body understands this feeling. Every comfortable breath seems to invite another small part of you to soften. Your shoulders no longer need to carry the weight of today. Your hands can rest exactly where they are. Even the small muscles around your face begin to let go, one by one, until your whole body feels comfortably supported by the surface beneath you. There is something beautifully reassuring about knowing that you do not have to remain watchful forever. Even the busiest mind deserves moments where it can simply stop, looking over its shoulder. The night has arrived to hold that responsibility for a little while. The rain continues its steady rhythm. The darkness remains peaceful. Everything around you quietly reminds you that this is a time for slowing down, not for holding on. Perhaps you are beginning to notice little moments where your attention drifts gently away before returning once again. Those moments are perfectly natural. There is no need to follow every word. If your mind wanders peacefully for a little while, simply allow it to wander. If you lose track of a sentence, nothing has been lost. Every quiet moment simply becomes another gentle step towards sleep. The beautiful thing about feeling safe is that it allows us to stop carrying what no longer needs to be carried. Not because the world has become perfect, but because this moment has become peaceful enough. The answers can wait until morning. The questions can wait until morning. For now, the rain is enough. Your breathing is enough. This quiet evening is enough. So remain here for a little while longer, listening to the gentle rain beyond the window, allowing every peaceful breath to carry you a little deeper into comfort, a little further away from the busyness of the day, and a little closer to the restful sleep that has been patiently waiting for you all along. As the quiet evening continues to unfold around you, you may begin to notice that the peaceful feeling you have been creating is no longer something you are thinking about. It has simply become the gentle atmosphere surrounding you. The steady rhythm of the rain continues beyond your window, never asking for your attention, never asking you to follow it, simply existing in its own calm and comforting way. Much like your breathing, it asks for nothing, and yet quietly offers so much. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that the world can continue without needing anything from you for a little while. Somewhere beyond these walls, the rain continues to fall upon rooftops, gardens, quiet streets, and empty pathways. Trees drink in the gentle showers. Tiny streams quietly gather. The whole night carries on with its own peaceful rhythm, leaving you free to simply remain here, warm, comfortable, and completely supported. Perhaps this is one of the few moments where you truly allow yourself to stop carrying the invisible weight of responsibility. Throughout the day, there are so many things asking for your attention. Messages to answer, decisions to make, problems to solve. Even when nobody else can see it, the mind often continues working long after the day has ended. It does these things because it believes it is helping, because somewhere deep inside it wants to keep you safe. And perhaps tonight, with every gentle breath and every quiet moment, your mind is beginning to realize that it has already done enough. Nothing else is being asked of it now. There is nothing left to prepare for tonight. Nothing left to organize. Nothing left to rehearse. Only this quiet room, this gentle rain, and the peaceful understanding that rest is not something you have to earn. It is something your mind and body have needed all along. Imagine that every raindrop outside is carrying away just one small piece of the day. One unfinished thought. One little worry. One conversation that no longer needs to be replayed. You do not need to decide which thoughts should leave. The rain quietly makes that decision for you, carrying them gently into the darkness where they become softer and further away with every passing minute. As those thoughts begin to drift further into the distance, something else quietly takes their place. Stillness. Not an empty stillness, a comforting stillness. The kind that wraps itself gently around you like a warm blanket on a cool evening. The kind that allows your breathing to become slower without asking you to notice. The kind that reminds every muscle that it no longer needs to remain alert. Everything around you seems to understand that this is a time for resting. And little by little your body begins to remember that too. Perhaps you have already noticed small moments where you almost forget to listen. A sentence quietly fades into the background before your attention gently returns again. Those moments are beautiful. There's no need to hold on to every word. You are not here to remember this conversation. You are here to let it slowly become part of the peaceful background, just like the gentle rain beyond the window. So remain here for a little while longer, allowing the night to continue exactly as it wishes, allowing the rain to carry away whatever no longer needs to stay with you, and allowing yourself to settle ever more deeply into this quiet feeling of comfort. With every peaceful breath, every gentle raindrop, and every passing minute, you move a little further away from the busyness of the day and a little closer to the deep, natural sleep that has been patiently waiting for you all along. The gentle rhythm of the rain has become wonderfully familiar now. It is no longer something you are simply hearing. it has become part of the quiet atmosphere surrounding you, blending softly with each comfortable breath and each peaceful moment that passes. The rain asks for nothing. It never hurries. It never expects. It simply continues with its own calm and steady rhythm, gently reminding you that not everything in life needs to be rushed. Perhaps the room around you feels even more peaceful now than it did when we first began. The gentle warmth wraps itself quietly around you, while the rain continues beyond the window, creating a comforting distance between you and everything that belongs to the outside world. Whatever happened today remains outside this peaceful space. Whatever tomorrow may bring can remain outside for a little while longer too. Tonight, this room belongs only to rest. Imagine the soft glow of a small lamp resting quietly in the corner of the room. Its warm light reaches only a short distance before fading gently into the comforting darkness around it. Nothing feels bright. Nothing feels demanding. Everything has softened into quiet shapes and gentle shadows, creating a space where your eyes, your thoughts, and your whole body are free to simply let go. Outside, the rain continues to fall across rooftops, trees, and empty streets. It lands upon the world with the same gentle patience it has always known, never questioning where it should fall next. Every drop simply arrives, then quietly disappears, making room for the next. There is something deeply peaceful about that simple rhythm. Nothing held onto, nothing forced to remain. Everything arriving, everything gently moving on. Perhaps your own thoughts are beginning to feel a little like those raindrops now. They appear for a brief moment before quietly drifting away again, never needing to stay for long. You do not have to push them away. You do not have to follow them. You simply notice them passing, while the quiet comfort around you continues to grow stronger than the thoughts themselves. Your breathing has become beautifully easy now. Every gentle breath seems to settle your body a little deeper into the comfort beneath you. Your shoulders remain soft. Your hands rest comfortably. Even the smallest muscles throughout your body seem to understand that their work has finished for today. Nothing is holding you up anymore. Nothing is asking you to stay alert. Perhaps there are moments now where the rain feels closer than my voice. Then, without effort, my words gently return before quietly fading into the background once again. That is exactly as it should be. You are not here to listen perfectly. You are here to become comfortable enough that listening no longer feels important. If your attention drifts away for a while, simply allow it to drift. Sleep often begins in those quiet little spaces between awareness and dreaming. The night has a beautiful way of holding everything with gentle patience. It asks nothing from you, except that you allow yourself to become part of its stillness. There is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing waiting for your attention beyond this peaceful room. Only the comforting sound of rain, the quiet rhythm of your breathing, and the reassuring feeling that this moment is exactly where you are meant to be. So remain here for a little while longer, allowing the warmth around you to soften every remaining part of the day, allowing the gentle rain to continue its peaceful song beyond the window, and allowing yourself to drift quietly towards the deep, natural sleep that has been waiting so patiently for you all along. The rain has become a gentle companion now, quietly remaining beside you without ever asking for your attention. It continues with the same peaceful rhythm it had when we first began, steady and unchanging, as though it has nowhere else to be. There is something wonderfully comforting about that. In a world that so often feels busy and unpredictable, the quiet sound of rain asks nothing from you, except that you allow yourself to rest. The room remains warm. The air feels still. Everything around you seems to have settled into a peaceful silence, where even the smallest sounds become soft and gentle. Nothing feels hurried here. Nothing feels demanding. The night has created a quiet space where your body no longer needs to stay prepared for what might happen next. Perhaps you can imagine yourself wrapped beneath a warm blanket, completely comfortable, listening as the rain quietly finds its way across rooftops and windows beyond the safety of your room. You do not need to watch it. You do not need to think about it. Simply knowing that it is there somehow makes the world feel calmer, as though every gentle raindrop is helping to soften the edges of the night. Your breathing continues, slow, easy, comfortable. Without asking anything from you, your body continues finding its own peaceful rhythm. Every gentle breath settles a little deeper than the last. Every easy breath out carries away another small piece of wakefulness, leaving behind only comfort, warmth, and the quiet feeling that there is nowhere else you need to be. Outside, the rain continues falling upon quiet gardens, winding paths and sleeping houses. Lights glow softly behind distant windows, before gradually disappearing one by one, as more and more people settle into peaceful sleep. The whole world seems to become quieter with every passing minute, gently reminding you that it is perfectly all right for you to become quiet too. Nothing is waiting. Nothing needs to be decided. Nothing needs your attention tonight. There is only this room, this peaceful evening, the gentle rhythm of rain, and the quiet understanding that you have already done enough. Perhaps you have noticed that your thoughts no longer stay for very long. They appear quietly before drifting away almost as gently as they arrived. Some disappear before they have even fully formed. Others seem to dissolve into the comforting sound of rain, leaving behind longer and longer moments where there is nothing to hold on to except the peaceful feeling of simply resting here. If your attention wanders, allow it to wander. If sleep begins to gently arrive, allow it to arrive. There is nothing you need to control, nothing you need to hold together, nothing you need to keep watch over. The night is carrying those responsibilities for you now. The rain continues. The room remains warm. Your breathing remains slow. And little by little, almost without noticing, your whole body seems to settle more deeply into the peaceful comfort beneath you. Every passing minute becomes a quiet invitation to let go just a little more, until even the effort of listening begins to fade into the gentle rhythm of the rain that has been patiently accompanying you throughout this beautiful, peaceful night. The longer you remain here, the more familiar this peaceful feeling begins to become. It no longer feels like something you are trying to create. It simply surrounds you now, as naturally as the gentle rain beyond the window and the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. There is comfort in that familiarity. There is comfort in knowing that nothing needs to change. before you are allowed to rest. Outside, the rain continues its quiet journey through the night. It falls upon rooftops without hurry. It gathers gently upon leaves before slipping softly to the earth below. Tiny streams quietly find one another before continuing on together, never rushing, never forcing their way forward. Everything seems to move with a peaceful patience that asks nothing from the world except permission to continue. Inside, everything remains still. The warmth remains. The quiet remains. You remain. And for this little while, that is more than enough. Perhaps you can imagine looking through the window once more. The glass catches tiny drops of rain that shimmer softly in the gentle glow from inside the room. Beyond them, the world has become beautifully blurred. The outlines of distant trees fade into the darkness. The lights beyond seem softer now, glowing quietly through the rain, before slowly disappearing into the peaceful night. There is nothing out there that needs your attention. The world is perfectly capable of continuing while you simply rest. Your breathing continues to guide you without asking for your help. Slowly, comfortably, effortlessly. Every gentle breath seems to settle your body a little deeper into the mattress beneath you. Your shoulders feel lighter now. Your hands remain comfortably still. Even the small muscles you did not realize you had been holding begin to quietly soften, one after another, until relaxation no longer feels like something happening to individual parts of you, but something gently surrounding your whole body. The rain never questions where it should fall next. It simply falls. Perhaps your thoughts can begin to do the same, appearing for a moment, then quietly moving on, never needing to stay longer than they wish, never asking you to follow them. There is something deeply peaceful about allowing your mind to become as gentle as the rain itself. Thoughts arrive, thoughts leave, the quiet remains. Little by little, the spaces between those thoughts seem to grow longer, calmer and more comfortable, until the stillness itself begins to feel more familiar than the thinking. If your awareness drifts away for a little while, allow it to drift. If the rain becomes the only thing you notice, that is perfectly all right. If even the rain begins to fade gently into the background, that is perfectly all right too. There is nowhere you need to arrive tonight. Nothing waiting at the end of this journey. Only this peaceful room, this gentle rain, this comforting warmth, and the quiet understanding that with every passing minute, your body is remembering how peaceful it feels when it no longer has to remain watchful. So continue resting here, allowing the night to carry you gently onwards, allowing the rain to remain beside you like a quiet companion, and allowing every comfortable breath to guide you a little deeper into the calm, natural sleep that has been waiting so patiently for you all along. As the evening grows quieter still, you may begin to notice that the rain no longer feels as though it is outside your window alone. It has become part of the peaceful rhythm surrounding this entire moment, gently wrapping itself around the room without ever disturbing its stillness. Every soft shower seems to settle into the silence, allowing the whole night to breathe at its own slow and comforting pace. There is something reassuring about nights like this. The world becomes quieter. The streets become emptier. The lights in distant homes slowly disappear one by one as people settle into sleep. Even the busiest places seem to understand that there comes a time when everything can simply become still. Perhaps your own mind is beginning to understand that too. There is nothing left to chase tonight, nothing left to remember, nothing left to prepare. Only this peaceful room, the gentle rain, and the quiet comfort of knowing that this moment asks nothing more from you than simply being here. Imagine that you are sitting beneath a warm blanket, watching tiny raindrops slowly make their way across the window. Some travel alone, others quietly meet before continuing together, each one following its own gentle path without ever seeming hurried. You do not need to watch every drop. Simply knowing they are there somehow makes the whole evening feel softer, calmer, and wonderfully unhurried. The warmth around you remains. The rain continues. Your breathing remains slow and comfortable. Everything you need is already here. There is nothing missing. Perhaps you have noticed that your thoughts have become lighter now. They no longer arrive with the same urgency they once carried. Some drift quietly into the background before they have even fully formed. Others seem to dissolve into the gentle sound of rain, leaving behind peaceful spaces where there is nothing to do except rest. Those quiet spaces seem to last a little longer now, gently joining together until stillness begins to feel like the most natural place for your mind to be. If your attention gently slips away for a while, simply allow it to go. If my voice becomes softer within your awareness, allow it to become softer. If the rain becomes the only thing you notice for a little while, that is perfectly all right. There is no need to hold on to these words. There is no need to stay awake to hear what comes next. Sleep has never depended upon listening carefully. It has always arrived quietly, often in those gentle moments where listening no longer seems important. Outside, the rain continues falling with the same quiet patience it has shown all evening. It does not wonder whether it is falling correctly. It does not question whether it has done enough. It simply continues, one gentle drop at a time. Perhaps there is something comforting in allowing yourself to do the same, moving gently from one peaceful breath to the next, without needing anything more than this quiet moment. The night remains peaceful. The room remains warm. The rain remains beside you. And with every passing minute, you settle a little deeper into the comforting understanding that you are safe here, comfortable here, and completely free to drift into the deep, natural sleep that has been waiting so patiently for you throughout this quiet and gentle night. The quietness of the night seems to settle a little deeper now, almost as though the whole world has decided to slow its pace for a little while. The rain continues with the same gentle rhythm it has carried throughout the evening, never becoming louder, never asking to be noticed, simply remaining there like a quiet friend who is content to sit beside you without needing to fill the silence. The room remains warm. The rain continues. Your breathing remains calm. Nothing has changed. And somehow, that feels wonderfully reassuring. There is something deeply comforting about places that ask nothing from us. Places where we do not have to explain ourselves, solve anything, or become anything different from who we already are. Tonight, this room has become one of those places. It welcomes every quiet breath, every peaceful moment, every gentle drift of awareness without ever asking you to do anything in return. Beyond the window, the rain continues to fall across quiet rooftops and sleeping gardens. Tiny drops gather along the glass before slowly finding their own gentle path towards the windowsill below. Some move quickly. Others seem to pause for a moment before quietly continuing. None of them are rushing. None of them are trying to reach the end. They simply follow the path that feels natural, allowing gravity to guide them without resistance. Perhaps there is something peaceful in allowing yourself to do the same. There is nowhere to hurry, nowhere to arrive, nothing waiting for you beyond this quiet evening. Every comfortable breath simply becomes the next gentle step along a peaceful path towards sleep. Your body seems to understand this now. Without asking for your attention, it continues becoming heavier in the most comfortable way. The mattress supports you completely. The blanket rests gently around you. The muscles throughout your body have quietly stopped holding onto the day. Even the smallest movements begin to fade until stillness feels like the most natural place to be. If a thought appears, allow it to arrive. If it leaves again, allow it to leave. There is no need to follow either journey. The rain does not hold onto the drops that have already fallen. The night does not hold onto the hours that have already passed. And your mind no longer needs to hold on to everything that belonged to today. Little by little, everything becomes softer. The room feels softer. The darkness feels softer. Even my voice may begin to feel softer now, gently blending with the steady rhythm of rain until neither one asks very much from your awareness. You may listen for a sentence before drifting away. You may hear only a few words before your attention quietly settles somewhere peaceful of its own. However this moment unfolds is exactly as it is meant to unfold. So remain here, wrapped in warmth, surrounded by gentle rain, allowing the quietness of the night to continue holding this peaceful space for you. Every passing minute carries you a little further from the busyness of the day, a little deeper into comfort, and a little closer to the deep, peaceful sleep that has been waiting patiently for you all evening. The night feels beautifully settled now, as though everything around you has quietly found its own peaceful place. The gentle rain continues beyond the window with the same calm rhythm that has accompanied you throughout this evening, asking nothing from you except that you allow yourself to rest for a little while longer. There is no need to think about sleep anymore. There is no need to wonder when it will come. Your only invitation is to remain exactly where you are, allowing each peaceful moment to gently become the next. The room remains quiet. The warmth remains. The rain remains. Everything you need is already here. Perhaps the window has become little more than a soft outline now. Beyond it, the rain continues to fall across sleeping gardens, quiet rooftops, and empty streets, while the world beyond grows more distant with every passing minute. Nothing outside feels urgent anymore. Even the darkest corners of the night seem gentle now, wrapped in the comforting sound of steady rain and the peaceful stillness that only evenings like this can bring. Your breathing continues so naturally that you hardly need to notice it at all. Every gentle breath arrives exactly when it is needed, and every easy breath out seems to soften another tiny corner of the day. Without effort, your body continues settling a little deeper into the comfort beneath you, as though it has quietly remembered that there is nothing left to hold onto tonight. Perhaps your thoughts have become like the rain itself now. Some appear quietly, some disappear quietly. None of them need to stay. None of them need an answer. The peaceful spaces between those thoughts seem to grow a little longer, gently joining together, until the quietness itself begins to feel more familiar than thinking. There is no need to create that stillness. It has been arriving naturally, one peaceful breath and one gentle raindrop at a time. If your attention slips away for a while, simply allow it. If you lose track of these words, simply allow that too. There is no need to keep listening. There is no need to stay aware. The rain is more than capable of keeping you company now, continuing its soft and steady rhythm while your mind drifts wherever it wishes to go. The night continues. The rain continues. Your breathing continues. Everything that truly matters in this moment quietly continues without asking anything from you at all. So remain here for a little while longer, wrapped in warmth, surrounded by gentle rain, allowing every peaceful breath to carry you a little further into stillness. Let the room continue holding you. Let the night continue unfolding around you. Let the rain continue its quiet song beyond the window. And little by little, without effort and without expectation, allow yourself to drift peacefully towards the deep, natural sleep that has been waiting so patiently for you all along. The quietness of the night seems to have settled everywhere now. Nothing asks to be noticed. Nothing asks to be understood. The gentle rain continues beyond the window with the same peaceful rhythm it has carried all evening, steady and reassuring, as though it has always known exactly how to accompany a restful night. The room remains warm. The rain continues. Your breathing remains gentle. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. Perhaps the darkness beyond the window has become softer now. The outlines of the trees seem to blend gently into the night, while the rain quietly falls across the world beyond, touching rooftops, gardens, and quiet pathways, before disappearing into the earth below. There is no hurry in any of it. The night simply continues at its own peaceful pace, inviting you to do the very same. Your body has become wonderfully comfortable now, supported, still, completely at ease. The mattress continues to hold you without effort. The blanket rests gently around you. Every breath arrives quietly before leaving just as peacefully, each one carrying you a little further into that gentle place where wakefulness slowly gives way to sleep. Perhaps my voice has already begun to drift further into the background now. There may be moments where you notice only the rain, other moments where you notice only the quiet rhythm of your own breathing. However your awareness moves from one peaceful moment to the next is perfectly all right. There is nothing you need to follow anymore, nothing you need to remember. The rain is enough. The warmth is enough. This peaceful night is enough. Thoughts may still appear from time to time. Let them. Thoughts may quietly drift away again. Let them. Nothing needs to be held onto. Nothing needs to remain. The night asks for nothing more than your willingness to simply rest. The rain continues falling with the same quiet patience, it has shown from the very beginning, never asking whether it has done enough, never wondering what comes next, simply arriving, one gentle drop after another, creating a peaceful rhythm that asks nothing from you except permission to remain beside you for a little while longer. So continue resting here, wrapped in warmth, surrounded by the gentle sound of rain, allowing each peaceful breath to soften your awareness just a little more. Allow the room to remain quiet. Allow the night to remain still. Allow the rain to continue its gentle song, while your mind gradually becomes less interested in listening, less interested in thinking, and more willing to simply drift wherever this peaceful night chooses to carry you. There is nothing more you need to do now. The quietness of the room has gently settled around you, while the soft rain continues beyond the window with the same peaceful rhythm that has accompanied you throughout this evening. Nothing has asked you to hurry. Nothing has asked you to change. The night has simply remained here beside you, patiently holding this quiet space, while your body remembered how comforting it feels to let go. The room remains warm. The rain continues. Your breathing remains gentle. Everything else can quietly fade into the background. Perhaps the window has become only a gentle outline now. Beyond it, the rain continues to fall across the sleeping world without asking to be noticed. Rooftops glisten softly beneath the darkness. Trees rest quietly in the still evening air. Gardens drink in the gentle rain. Everything beyond these walls seems perfectly content to continue without needing anything more than this peaceful night. Your body knows exactly what to do now. There is nothing left to think about, nothing left to organize, nothing left to hold together. Only this gentle moment, quietly becoming the next. If a thought appears, simply allow it. If it quietly drifts away again, simply allow that too. The rain does not hold onto the drops that have already fallen. The night does not hold on to the hours that have already passed. And you no longer need to hold on to anything that belonged to today. The rain continues. Your breathing continues. The quietness continues. Everything that truly matters in this moment is already happening without asking for your attention. Perhaps my voice already feels a little further away now, gently blending into the peaceful rhythm of the rain until it becomes just another quiet part of the evening. There is no need to keep listening. There is no need to wait for another sentence. The peaceful stillness between these words has become just as comforting as the words themselves. And those quiet spaces are free to grow a little longer whenever they wish. So simply remain here, wrapped in warmth, surrounded by gentle rain, held by the quietness of the night. Allow each peaceful breath to soften your awareness just a little more. Allow the rain to quietly remain beside you, and allow yourself to drift naturally, gently, peacefully into the deep, restful sleep that has been waiting for you all along.